After last night's blizzard, every sign of wild boar disappeared, wiped clean as if nature itself wanted to bury the truth. All that remained was a cold, silent field of untouched white. If not for the destruction left behind on nearby farms, no one would believe these beasts had stormed down and torn everything apart. With our team assembled, we pushed toward the heart of their territory. Every step demanded absolute caution. One slip here, and none of us would make it out. But our resolve to stop this growing threat never wavered. In the bone-deep cold, we climbed to high ground, eyes scanning for the slightest movement. The snow, blank and merciless, left nothing to hide behind. Lone shapes emerged across the open field, quiet but unmistakable. My heart pounded. My finger tightened on the trigger. Everything in my scope locked into place. The shot cracked through the frozen air, fast, clean. Not a perfect kill, but enough for the team to rush in and finish the job. Sharp instincts and tight teamwork turned a lurking danger into our first victory of the day. A dense thicket suddenly trembled. The boars were here. We charged forward, heavy steps pounding the ground. The sound grew louder, closer. A black mass burst into view, every sense sharpening like a drawn bowstring. A golden opportunity. Shots thundered, dropping them one after another. A few managed to slip away, leaving a sting of frustration. But the fire in our team only burned hotter, ready for the next clash. Steadying our breath, we pushed deeper. Eyes and ears on full alert. Then, through the dense forest, a massive silhouette surfaced. 1, 2. The bullet struck home, a precise pull of the trigger, like fate delivering judgment on a monster that dared stray into our path. Evening sunlight pierced the canopy, but the tension didn't ease. We scanned every shadow as we advanced. Suddenly, a wave of beasts burst from the tree line. Movement locked. Shots fired, cold, decisive. A clean hit dropped one immediately. The rest bolted, but they didn't get far. Our crossfire sealed every escape route, pinning down the shadows that tried to melt back into the woods. Hours of pursuit brought us to the forest's core, a place frozen in eerie silence. Then came the sound of pounding hooves and the sharp scent of musk drifting on the wind. We predicted their path perfectly. And again, our rifles roared. One by one, the last stragglers fell, restoring a much-needed peace to these woods. Darkness crept in as we made our way out, boots crunching through the snow. On the trail back, a lone shadow moved, slow, deliberate. But nothing escapes Nick's razor-sharp eyes. A flawless shot ended its bold advance. Only then did the forest finally settle, and the farms were safe from the destruction these beasts brought. We fought hard for every moment of peace reclaimed from creatures that looked harmless from afar but were anything but. Now, riding back in our familiar 2025 Ranger with the day's harvest for the villagers, a strange swell of emotion rose inside us: exhaustion, pride, and relief. Last week, residents of southern Turkey were stunned to spot a massive creature hiding in the dense underbrush. With harvest season approaching, anxiety spread fast. Could it be leading a herd that would destroy a year's hard work? The alert reached us immediately. This was no ordinary hunt. It was a life or death mission, a battle to protect threatened lands. Could we stop this relentless force? The answer unfolds now. Riding our familiar hunting vehicle, we sped toward the hotspot. The sun hadn't yet reached its peak, but strategy was already in motion. Knowing the terrain and the prey's habits, we approached silently, and the moment arrived. A dark shadow rose from the thicket, and our waiting bullet whistled through the air. A precise, clean hit. The hunt had begun perfectly. Confidence renewed, we moved deeper into the trail. I scanned every leaf, ears tuned to the slightest sound. The hunting dogs, our biological satellites, reacted immediately. From their signals, we tracked the exact path, tightened the encirclement, and prepared for the next decisive shot. Venturing further into thicker shadows, the dark figure appeared again, this time alarmingly close. It charged straight into the sideline. One shot. Deadly, precise. The boar faltered. But the celebration was short-lived. Other shadows flashed by in an instant, leaving no room for a second shot. We couldn't let them escape. Accelerating the pursuit with our skilled dogs, every nook and cranny was checked meticulously. Suddenly, barking echoed, the target was near. And as it appeared, a shot rang out like thunder in the forest. A short but perfect chase, another highlight of today's expedition. As the sun dipped behind the mountains, Kevin signaled to stop. The pungent scent of our quarry hung in the air. I raised my rifle, aimed, and fired. The boar tried to flee, dragging every hand of its strength. We didn't relent. After a few hundred meters, it collapsed, realizing the trap was inescapable. As twilight settled, we began packing to return. Yet they hadn't surrendered, another shadow emerged. The final shot echoed, sharp, decisive, absolute. The hunt concluded perfectly, just as expected. In the forest's quiet aftermath, only the wind and the hunter's steady breathing remained. Each step along the trail wasn't just a hunt, it was a commitment. We will always return, with victories and untold stories. Video closes here. Which moment had your heart racing the most? Comment below and let us know. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to join us on the next journey, where surprises always await at the end of the trail.